Guys, this video's on this fitness gear pro series. It's a half rack. That's what it is there. It's a weightlifting machine set up. We got that, and then also the 300-pound weight set. So the bench comes separate. That's the bench there, the utility bench. And then the rack comes in two pieces, that piece and then this piece. The weight bar came as part of the weight set there. So the Dick's Sporting Goods came with the all the weights there. So you get two 45s, two 35s, two 25s, and then some smaller weights there. And then we grabbed a weight belt too. So this Harbin weight belt. I'm gonna go ahead and get started setting this baby up. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this one first, and then that one. There's what we got. Okay, here it is. This comes with the owner's manual. There we go, and this shows you all the different fasteners that you get. They're all in that box. So we're gonna need a 6x6 area, 6 foot by 6 foot, and then a 14 to 17 inch box wrench. 14 through 17, we'll say at least a 14, probably a 14, 15, 16, 17, but I don't know. At least a 14, 14 and 17. There you go. So this is the whole setup here. So I'm gonna show you piece by piece how to do this. So I'm just, like anything, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the bottom, set these two pieces out. Okay, here's the other side. These are our big pieces. All right, here's all our pieces in both kits. Now we're just gonna start with the two bottom ones right there. That's these pieces here. I'm gonna lay one there and one there. All right, this is how wide it's gonna be. And so this thing here is gonna attach these two holes right here. We're gonna go in these back two holes just like that on both sides. The next step, we're going to grab the two thinner ones right here, and then a couple of those triangles right there, and some associated bolts. The open part of this square rectangular channel is going to go to the top. And you'll see here, these two bolts at the bottom are going to correspond to those two right there. So those two are going to go into those two right there. And then we're going to put one of these triangular plates on the outside that matches that. So these things are going to go together with these bolts here. We're going to start with the number 20s, which comes like that, and then a couple of 18s, which is the washers. Yep. This is what we're putting on right now. This piece that goes up back here, and then these across there. That way we can lock it in with this bottom piece here. All right, looks like for most of these, the combination's gonna be, the bolt, and then you're gonna put a number 18 washer on there, and then you're gonna slide it in, and then when you're clamping the other side, you're gonna have a washer and a nut on the outside. All right, this little connection here is actually gonna go have a few things going on at the same time, and it all kind of goes together at once. And actually, the top, that's going to be the top, the plastic part, and this is going to sit on here like that and span the distance between that. That way it hooks onto there, and then we're going to install that triangular plate on the outside, making a sandwich, holding that all together. See, that plate is how we're gonna sandwich it all together and secure each side like that. That's our connection right there. So you just take your 20s, 18s, and 19s and pop them in there.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, now we'll do the two verticals right over there. And now we'll put our white piece, that'll secure this white piece in place. And again, that cap goes at the top. We'll do the same combo. So you see what's going on there. Hold that up. Okay, so here's a little bit of something that you might get it. So this one here is threaded, and this one's actually going to take a bolt on the other side. It's going to go all the way through. This one is going to thread right in there because the back side there's nothing to, no bolt by design. So this one just threaded in. This one will get bolted. Okay, there it is. There's that back right corner connection, so you can kind of see there. That's how that one goes together. We'll go through and tighten them all up again. But again, this one just threads through. That one gets bolted. And we'll do the exact same thing on that side, identical. Okay, now for tightening these babies, what I'm gonna do is put a 17 on this side and then use my socket, a 17 socket for this side. Okay, we've got our two verticals mounted, leaving everything kind of loose, just snug. Now we're gonna put the front two verticals in, which is these big wide ones here. And it'll be the same method. This is gonna be our sides here. So what we did is I got a couple of the triangles, put them on each side, and we're gonna set that channel right down in there and make a sandwich out of it. And this part, that's where our bolts are gonna go. This part goes at the top with the angle on it. That's the top. Okay, now for these ones, we're just putting the bottom two in. Putting the bottom two in first, and then we're gonna come along and put our verticals in right there. Every one of these connections takes a bolt, a washer on each side. Okay, we're doing the front left first, so these angle to the left, and we're just gonna sandwich it in there. Okay, we got our 4 verticals on. Next step, we're gonna do the overhead here, which is this piece. Which is this piece right here, number 12. That's the piece we're gonna put on, and it is gonna go right across here in the front. There to there. Okay, number 17, so this cross member here just gets locked in with the 17s. See what that line is showing me there. You see the corresponding one. Nope, other side, lock it in from this side, there you go. So there's our top piece. That way we can move it around. So this is locked in like that. Okay, that's the next pieces we're gonna put on. That ties our front verticals to the back ones. So with those, that's we're gonna grab one of those next, Brad. We're gonna get, it's gonna get 18, 31, 21, 18, let's see. Okay, those get threaded in with the little one.
There's still video in.
Yeah. Okay, the parts we're gonna need for this piece here, 18, 31, and 21. So you'll notice here's our 21s and here's our 31s. So it's gonna be the lock washers that go with them, and then just a standard 18 washer. So these 3. So each one's gonna get 2. That's for inserting through these 2 holes into the bigger front piece. Is that combination. So this combination is gonna go there and there, and it threads right into that, so no bolt or nut on the back of it. So there's the combo. So it's gonna go bolt, and then over that lock washer, and then regular washer. There it is. Just go ahead and get this top one first. Might have to come up just a little bit. There we go. All right, it's gonna be the same thing for this one here. Okay, so we've got, the next combo is gonna be using the 22s and the 18s. So that's what this is for here. So that's what goes through your back piece, your smaller one. That's what's gonna go right here. This is our smaller piece. Now up to the big one, we've got our 2 in here. Same thing with that other side. Let's just thread right over there. All right, now we're just gonna tighten this up so those back ones, you can see, went all the way through. Crank those down. Okay, at this point, all we have left is number 18 washers, and then our whole other row here of number 23s and 19s. Okay, here's the next things we're gonna put on. Here's what we have left. So these things are adjustable and movable. Same thing with those. The pieces we're gonna put on is those, and those are movable and adjustable too. So we're gonna put these on. And it's real easy. They all go on. You get this, gets 2 of each of those, and 2 of these. That's how these things go on here. Just come through and tighten them up. Okay, we're just cranking it all down now. But now I'm gonna go ahead and put these 2 things on. So this thing will actually, the reason there's pins up here is because it'll pop out and then you can lower it and it'll actually set on some of these, like those things. And you can turn your pull-up bar into a dip bar. Go ahead and install these, which is these 2 parts right here. Okay, here's the trick with these. There's your piece right there. The first thing you want to do, wherever you want this, you can put this in any of the holes to shorten or widen your grip, but I'll just demonstrate right here. So stick this end in first. Okay, and that's going to go all the way through, and then just comes down like that. Now it's solid. You can move it all the way in, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So what we'll be doing is moving this back, but right now, just putting it together just for assembly purposes. Obviously, if you were doing pull-ups, you'd hit your head on that. So we're gonna scoot this baby back a little bit. So there's the top part, real easy and very versatile and adjustable. Easy on, easy off. Next, we're gonna put these 2 pieces in, which is these 2 pieces right here. All right, the trick with these pieces, same thing here. That piece is gonna get inserted. So what you want is this to line up. That's the same width as the thing here. So you just stick this in like that, all the way through, and just rotate it. Now it's not going anywhere. And then what you also have is that top bar. This top bar, you pop that out, put the top bar down here, and now you can do dips, which we'll demonstrate later. And then the bar will sit right on here. We got those 2 pieces in for our bar. Next, we're gonna put those 2 pieces in. That's our safety bar. So for squats and bench, if you drop it, it'll have something to land on. So those are gonna come right out this way. That's these 2 pieces here. So these 2 pieces are super important to have installed. They could save your life. So, I mean, sometimes you can dump your weight or whatever, but at least your weight's not going on the ground or on your chest. So it's important to have these in there. Okay, now same thing with this one. This one goes on so it clamps both sides. So it goes on like this, rather like this. Put it in 5, like that, all the way through, and then just rotate it on. There we go. Those and those. Same thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put this fitness gear workbench together, utility bench. I'm just gonna bust it out and line up all our pieces. Okay, here's our pieces for the bench. We got this piece, the 2 cushions, the bench mechanism, and then now we have these installation bolts. And comes with the owner's manual here. There we go, that's what we have. So same thing with our wrenches. And that's how it goes. So step 1, we're going to connect this piece to that piece. Okay, so we just go 20 and 18 there up through the bottom. Okay, we're just going to lift this onto there and then come up from the bottom with these 2. Okay, so you're just 14s. Okay, when we first put this on, we goofed it up. We had it on backwards, and so we just took it off real quick. These wheels need to go out towards the front. That way you can pick the bench up and wheel it around. Now we're just gonna put on the backrest and the cushion there. So the cushions are gonna go on with this, with the number 25 and the 18s. Okay, so what we did is just set this cushion on there, and it gets installed with these bolts right there. These are 14. And it just threads into the back of the cushion real easy. We're gonna do the same thing down here. Don't forget to put your washers on the seats when you put them on. Okay, so this one has 3, so 2 of them are gonna come up through the bottom there, and then the other one's gonna come right up through here. It's actually gonna be a bolt. It'll sit like that. Okay, you just access the bottom like that, and I'm just gonna run the bolt through there. The bolt's actually gonna thread into the seat. Our bolt up through there, and then our bolts down there. The very last step of this bench is just to put these in. These are just for our adjusters, so you're gonna have one here, one will go there, and one will go there. So we'll adjust our height there, the same with our height there. These little rubber things here slide over this. What happens is you put your weights on, it'll hit metal, but these rubber things act as a buffer when you slide it on there. Okay, now we're just gonna grab this here. This is gonna go right in here. That threads in. That way when this comes down, whatever setting you want it on, just thread it in. Now it's locked in. Now what you can do is get them threaded in like that. If you want to move it, just pull this baby out and it'll move. There we go. Thread it all the way in now. Go ahead and grab that lower seat and I'll show you. Grab this side and pull it up. You pull that out, it'll move. Now go ahead and put it down. That's whatever setting you want it on. Okay, now move it down, pull that out, push it in, lock it in, or pull it up a little bit. There we go. Now we're locked in. So instead of dragging it along the bottom, you just grab this handle here, and those wheels, you can move it around wherever you want. Drag it in and out of the way. So it makes for a nice portable bench. That's it. There we go. This baby's set up, the bench and the weights, the cage. Now we're just gonna unpack the weights and get those set up. Now we got the 300-pound weight set. So again, we got the bar, the Olympic size bar, all our weights there, and that's it. So we got the bar inside. Again, the other nice thing is we just took the top piece off. They just pop out with this, and now we can do dips right here. Very nice.